Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today I am really excited to go over with you the lovingly referred as AUG. This is the A3 M1 version. There's a lot to go over. Let's get started. All right, so yeah, as I said, there's a ton of features to go over in this. This was originally designed in 1970 in Austria. It's chambered in 5.56-223. This was adopted by a lot of militaries around the world. It is a battle-proven rifle. So yeah, let's start it. So at the back here, we have a rubber buttstock, and on this side here, we do have a sling attachment, but this also is a takedown pin to remove the trigger pack, which we'll go over in a couple of minutes. As I say, this is a bullpup version, so we have all the mechanical workings back here, or most of them. So like when you pull the charging handle back, your boat carrier is going to be around about here. There's no buffer system on this because this is a short stroke gas piston system. So yeah, we don't need that back here. So this is where a lot of your internal workings are. So yeah, so this is your ejection port. Moving down, we have obviously your magazine, and this part right here is your mag release, like so. So that's your mag release right there. On this side, this is your bolt catch and release right here. Moving along, obviously we have the grip with a huge trigger guard right here. You're not going to have any problems getting your finger in there even if you have gloves on. And obviously we have the trigger, and the safety is right here. On either side there's this push button. And then also you probably notice this little black piece right here. This is your takedown pin, and we'll go over that in just a little bit more detail in just a second. Moving along, we have the upper kind of rail section here. We have some M-lock slots, some Picatinny slot right here. So if you want to attach maybe a light or something like that, you can attach that there. We have the AUG branding right here. Moving up, this is actually a scope. This is a 3X scope. There is different models. You have a 1.5 version also. And as I said, this is the 3X. It has a etch reticle to use. And then you have a ton of Picatinny slots up here also if you need to add something else up there. On the other side, we do have a side charging handle here. Let's take that so you can pull back. So you can pull that back and lock it up like so. So it is a side charging handle. Moving along, you'd have this kind of vertical foregrip right here, and this is kind of cool. If you don't want to have it down, you can simply pull down on it and flip it up. However, if you decide to run your gun like this, you're going to be really careful because that barrel probably will get very hot and you're going to burn your finger if you put that up there. So when you run this, recommend you use that vertical foregrip right there and save your fingers. So yeah, very cool little feature. Moving up to the barrel, this kind of looks like a shorter version of a barrel. It looks like almost like you would say maybe a 10.5 inch or something, but it's not. It's actually a 16-inch nitrided cold hammer forged 1-in-9 twist barrel. Again, because we have the workings back here, this barrel actually comes and sits pretty far back. And once we take this down, you'll be able to see that. So it's just kind of cool. The way this is designed is it's more of a compact package than you say a 16-inch AR-15, which we have here. So they're both 16-inch barrels, but as you can see how much shorter this one is, again, because we don't have that buffer system at the back. But it's kind of cool how they've designed this, and we'll go over that in just a little bit more detail in a second. We have an adjustable gas block here, has 3 settings: normal, adverse, and off. And then at the end here, we have a dead air Sandman suppressor, flash hydrant, excuse me. Does not come with it. A good friend of mine lent me for this for the review, and that's what he is running on there. So yeah, that's kind of the outside of the AUG. I'm not gonna lie, when I got a chance to kind of get my hands on this in a review, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I was like, it's kind of iconic. You see it in games, you see it in Hollywood movies because it kind of has that space age kind of look to it, but the more I got to play with this, the more features I found, the more I really started liking this gun. Now here's going to be some of the features what I really like about it. Now if you pull your charging handle back and lock it back, to change the barrel out, or if you wish to If you want to make this a little shorter for maybe transportation, put this back. There's a little button right here. You're going to push that down and you're simply going to turn this, and that's how you take your barrel off. That is absolutely crazy. And you can see here, this is a 16-inch barrel now that is out of the firearm, but how easy is that to change? That's absolutely ridiculous. So you can, there's 300 blackout barrels for this and things like that, but that's how you take that barrel. It's so very cool. Okay, so let's take it down a little bit further. So from here, what you're gonna do is, you obviously have the charging handle here. You're gonna wanna let that go, but not all the way, just let it go a little bit. And you're gonna push on that takedown pin that I mentioned earlier. Make sure that is all the way out. You're gonna slowly let that charging handle go forward, and then you're gonna pull out the internals. So put that down. This is obviously your bolt carrier grip, and your bolt is right here. Looks very similar to an AR-15. This side is for your charging handle to pull back on. On this side is your piston side. Very cool. And then we have kind of the upper receiver kind of idea. So yeah, very, very easy to take down. But we're not done. All right, so from here, at the back here, there's this butt pad, and you're going to push down. There's like a little detent here. So you're going to push down on that. I'm going to use my leg here. So push down on that, and you're going to pull that swivel that I told you was a pin, right? And you're going to pull that out, and then you're going to take off the butt pad, which is metal covered in rubber. And this is your trigger control pack. This is all polymer. And I mean, like the hammer's polymer, everything's polymer except from the springs. That is crazy. So yeah, and then this is obviously your lower. It's literally just all polymer. So everything you see here, this FDE and everything else, that is just plastic. It's just polymer. So it makes it a very lightweight gun. To put it back, put your pack back in. Make sure it's lined up properly. Put the butt pad back on. Put the bottom on first. Slide that in. Now you're going to need to put a little bit of pressure on that top piece again, and you're going to get your swivel pin, put that in like so. From there, you're going to get your bolt and your bolt carrier part, and you're going to put that back in like so. Now you're going to make sure this pin is still all the way out. This is going to be on some springs like so. You're going to take your upper, and you're going to put the parts in there, and then you're going to pull back. So you're just going to pull that back till it's flush. Push your pin back in. That is it locked in place. Going to take your barrel, and again, I'm trying to think of the best way to show you this. Absolutely amazing. Oh, before you do that, lock your charging handle back, and then slide the barrel on, and that's it back together. Absolutely amazing. Again, this was designed 50 years ago, and even till today, it's still an amazing firearm. I love those features. The disassembly is absolutely incredible. Shooting it, as it's a very flat shooter, zero issues. Shooting with it, as you've seen in the video, a lot of fun. The mags are proprietary. These are not like P mags or anything like that, so you will have to buy AUG mags to use on this. There's 10, 30, and I think like 42 round mags that you can buy for it. All right, but now because I was saying a lot of the mechanical parts are back here, like the bolt carrier grip and a lot of the working, it's heavier at the back end compared to like an AR-15. When you have that longer kind of rail system and stuff, it kind of gets like kind of top heavy, right? Front end heavy, where it kind of tilts. But this is so well balanced. Like, it's very comfortable for me to hold it like this. It doesn't feel like it's trying to pull me either side, either way. Just very, very nicely balanced gun. Let's go over the trigger. So let's take out the mag. So let's go over the trigger pull here. So we got just a tiny, minuscule bit of take up, and then boom, right there. That's a crisp tactile break. And then let's do the reset. Just a tiny bit of let out there, and then you've got that positive tactile reset. Trigger weight's about 6 pounds. It's a pretty decent trigger. I know apparently some people don't really like it. I think it's pretty dang good, especially right out of the box. So very cool. So as I said, shooting it, blast, no problems whatsoever. Very, very cool firearm. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It does not cost you a thing, but I greatly appreciate it. It helps us out a ton. And that's it. All right, folks, until next time, I'll catch you later.